I feel so happy. I think I would say I'm happy that I've been able to take this off my chest. It's been a long time coming. This is like my first project, literally. I mean, I've worked on so many other projects. I mean, but my own personal individual projects. So I feel relieved, I feel happy, and I feel hopeful for the people that are going to listen to it. In one word, I'll just use the word Solomon. Songs of Solomon, Solomon, because that's my name. What was running through my mind? The name Songs of Solomon, I'm a Christian, so my Christian name is Solomon, in case a lot of people don't know. I mean, my friends used to taunt me. I mean, my Muslim friends would call it Sulaimon or something. Maybe I should call the name of the project Songs of Solomon, Songs of Sulaiman. So it's from the wisdom of the Bible, which is from the Songs of Solomon. And that is why I named it after myself, Solomon, which is my Christian name. Mentally and emotionally, I would say I'm balanced. More like I was in a stereo format, in the sense that, because I started writing this project over a year ago, almost 2 years in actual fact. And I would say mentally I was good, but I was also in a kind of hopeful and sometimes dark. You know, there's no way anybody's going to have it perfect for themselves. It's always going to be ups and downs. So there were some songs that I wrote because I was inspired by what I was going through. For example, if you listen to Rora Se, it was telling myself that I need to do things in an easy way, even though I want to rush things. I know I need to be at this place. I know I'm meant for greatness and all of this, but I still need to take it easy. I'm not going to look at another person's watch to tell my own time. So mentally, it is fluctuating, but glory be to God. I'd say it's almost like 2 years. It took me like 2 years. I mean, from writing songs, producing the beats. A lot of the beats were made initially from just random beats and all of that. You know, you just get creative. You hear something and you're like, oh, I love this. I think I can do something on it. So that is the way a lot of these things were. And I wrote the songs. Some of them, I passed them down to my friends because I have creative friends as well. Shout out to Kels, shout out to a lot of my other guys as well. So pass it down to them, have a look at this. What do you think? Can I fight on this? So that's what we did at first. Then I reached out to my friend, Malik Abdul, is a music producer. I was like, I do not want to produce all of these things by myself. I want it to be a case of somebody else's ear, because music, we listen to music in a different way. So I wanted somebody else to also listen to it and come up with their own angle of creativity. So that is what we did. So everything took like almost 2 years, and we had to cut down from 16 songs down to 6. I mean, the intro is not really a song per se. So, I mean, after we recorded everything, after we finished recording, then we had a couple of sessions where we had to play the live instruments to give it a different feel, because I'm much more of a live music guy. I mean, going back to my church choir days and all of that. So then we had to go through that, a lot of sending back and forth, because I have my trusted guys that I work with. So I had to send it down to Nigeria and get some of my people to work on it. So they sent back the stems to me. Then I sent all of those songs to my friend. Shout out to Miracle Mix, and shout out to Chad Sonic. Chad is actually featured on one of the songs. So I sent it down to Chad and I asked him to mix it, and I touched some of them. So we went back and forth. Everything almost 2 years, and glory be to God, here we are. They were not planned. I'm going to be honest, they were not planned. Initially, I wanted just 4 songs. I mean, when we were cutting down from everything. I wanted just 4 songs, but I'll just wake up today and I'll be like, okay, wait, I feel like this song should actually be part of it. Then I'll be like, no, remove this. No. So we just kept going back and forth. I think the 2 people I disturbed the most would be Kels and Chad. Because every time I'll just be like, Kels, how far? What do you think about this song? Okay, look at it from here. Imagine if we arrange it from here and we arrange it from here. I'll be like, okay, Baba, you know bad. And Kels is a genius. He's so much a creative guy that the next thing he would do is, okay, you know what? Let me lay all these songs in FL Studio and see how it sounds like. Okay, so that the progression, because I'm kind of, I'm a psychological person as well. I always want to see how does the music translate from each track to the next one. So sometimes I just feel like, okay, something is missing. I need something to connect this one to this one. So we just kept going back and forth. And I mean, I'm happy it is coming out this way. I'm not saying I'm perfect. It may not be the best from me, because I know the best from me is still going to always be in front of me. So hopefully everybody would love it anyways. Hopefully. The track that gave me the most headache, I would say it is Rora Se. Not because I featured Biz on the track on Rora Se, not because Biz was difficult to get. No, I know it's my superstar brother, but I mean, I sent it to Biz. Even in the initial stage, we have not even finished my own part. I just sent it to Biz like, okay, can you just give me your vocals and all of it? And he came back to me, I think, a couple of weeks after. I was like, oh, he has been busy, blah, blah, blah. He's going to come back. And he didn't even send it then. I think a week after again, I mean, that was at the final stage, because I made sure I was almost done before I started including everybody I wanted to feature on it. So by the time he came back to me and he was like, okay, I'm going to record it as at this time, blah, blah, blah. Then I think something came up and it was busy again. I was like, God, what's going on? At the point I was like, okay, should I just finish and sing that verse and just leave it there? But thank God I was able to wait. And after that, then when we were mixing Rora Se, because I sent Rora Se as well to Nigeria, to my guys, shout out to A Mix, for them to play the bass, gong and all of it on top of it. Trust me, after all of that has been played and I got everything as stems, I mean, I was happy. I already did my event. I performed this song already. I mean, I did my own quick mix kind of thing. It is my own cheat to just perform it. Then, me and Chad, we just kept going back and forth, because glory be to God and Satan be damned. I'm sorry for the foul language. I just felt like something kept missing. Chad would do it, send it to me. I'll listen to it and I'll be like, no, there's something I'm not hearing in this. I want you to do this. And because Chad is in Lagos, I'm in the United Kingdom, just like, we just have to keep sending WhatsApp messages back and forth. If I actually go through my WhatsApp now and I search for Rora Se, you see the conversation between me and Chad, just sometimes in the midnight, 1 a.m., we are still on top of this. Okay, it's going to be like, okay, I'll adjust this now and send it back to you. And we just kept going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I mean, but glory be to God, it gave me a tough time. But I mean, the message is worth it. Yes, I would say it's a mix of the two. I kind of, definitely, I have my own vision board and what I want to achieve, but the sound kind of evolved during production. Yes, it evolved. A lot of things changed during the process of the production of the EP. Rora Se is made for, I mean, it was and it is made for everyone. Rora Se, it is majorly in Yoruba language, which is where I'm from, and it means take it easy. So whatever you're doing in life, take it easy. If you go on my website now on kingwhalay.com, you'd see a merchandise there with a cap, with Rora Se and all of it, even the tops and all of it. So what I'm trying to say is, sometimes you want to rush things, sometimes you want to do it because you feel like you just need to do it as soon as possible. But maybe if only you just take some steps back and just calm down and just look at it deeply, you'll be able to see that it is not that difficult. Time and patience, they work together, and before you know it, everything just blows up in its own time. So that is what Rora Se is all about. This one no be story for the gods, not story for the Mandem. So there's a general saying in Nigeria that we say when somebody's talking and they say, oh, that one is story for the gods. It's more like a playful insult kind of thing. So, but what I'm saying now is not story for the gods. It is story to all my brothers. Even though I used Mandem, it is for my brothers, for my sisters, for everybody. It's just saying, regardless of how lost you think you are in this world, you just have to do everything possible to find yourself, because the world needs your positivity. The world needs the person that you are, because if you are not going to be important, I'm very sure anybody that is not important would not be born. So you are giving birth to because you have a purpose. So this story is for all of you. I want you to listen to my anthem. I want you to know that the world needs the person that is inside of you, and we need to do as much awakening that we can do to bring it out and let the world feel your greatness. So that's what I'm talking about. So come off it. Doesn't really mean anything too serious. It's just a playful thing. Talking to women to let them know that sometimes listening to that outside voice does not really help, because you are dealing with somebody, you are in a relationship with somebody, whatever it is that is going on between you guys, a lot of times should be kept between you guys. So if you are listening to somebody else from outside, you might actually be getting the wrong advice. I think I'm not sure if there's any statistics to prove that, but I would say external voices have actually ruined a lot of things. So just know what you want. If it is what you want, you keep going for it. If it is not what you want, then you leave it. Not that you are leaving it because somebody else is telling you what is not. So come off it today, come off it today, come off it. You hear something and then you come off it, somewhere you won't fight me. This can't matter. You go calm down, make I shall I. So just calm down, let me explain to you. Don't listen to what somebody else is saying to you. So that's what it is. Who is Vero? Nobody, sorry. All the women in my life, they are all Vero, all the women in this world. I mean, this song is for every woman in the world. You guys are beautiful. I mean, I cannot. Every day I wake up and I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 20 women that I want to marry in my life. God, women are just beautiful. I mean, I don't know what men can do without you. So it's just a call to you guys. Look at our calls now. Easy. If I'm boy see you say, pick up the call. Say hello, just pick the call. If you give guy a number, pick him call. I beg. Make sure you pick his call, answer his calling and all of it. Maybe that is the beginning of your never to be what's after. I be till death do us part, or what do people used to call it. So that's what that is about. Women are beautiful, and it is a song to just appreciate you all. I love you all. The live version of Hello Vero. Yep, so that idea came after Hello Vero was recorded. So after I finished recording Hello Vero, which is produced by Malik, Abdul, and myself, after we finished, so we're just vibing in the studio, and Malik just started this. I don't want to see you. I was like, what are you saying, bro? What is this? I was like, he would like to be on the song. He loves the song. Okay, you want to be on the song, then jump on it. So we extended the beat. He did his own version. Then after that, I sent it to Nigeria, and I was like, that was after the whole thing was done. I was like, okay, I think I would love to give a different taste to this thing. Yes, I could just release this. Normally, I was like, I want to add as much live instrument to this to give it a different feeling entirely, so that it is going to just not be a normal remix. And that's what I did with that. So just made it different, and hopefully everybody's going to love it. Now, my name is King Solomon. Like, I mean, I'm King Whalay, but my Christian name is Solomon. So Solomon is a man of love. So I have a lot of love to give, and also a lot of reconnection with myself, a lot of lessons. A lot of these songs, it's not just because sometimes a lot of people would think maybe I'm just writing songs just to give it to people to listen to and all that. I'm also, it is a constant message to myself, to tell myself to always listen and remember these things every time I'm about to make a decision, so that I do things right. I'm not a perfect man. I make mistakes, and that is the beauty of humanity. We all make mistakes, we are not perfect. So in all of my mistakes, I try to remind myself to always, at least every day, to go one step better. So from love, from the pain, from everything I was feeling, that is where Songs of Solomon came from. And that is the core part of it, what you are going to find in it. Songs of Solomon is about us, because my mom used to say one thing, which is, you cannot pour from an empty cup. So it is like I've lived some part of it, and I'm still living some part of it. So I am pouring from inside of myself outside, so that people can learn from my own things and pick up the kind of messages, the kind of knowledge I've picked up along the way. And maybe one or two things would resonate with them and they'll be able to use it. So that is really what Songs of Solomon is about. So it is about us, because I believe we all go through all of these emotions, all of these experiences in life. I'm just making it to kind of guide us one or two ways, and hopefully it's able to do that for us. So that's my mission. I want the feeling of, I need this to be like one of my opening day kind of thing. You know, when you wake up in the morning, we all have our favorite things that we listen to. So I want it to be the kind of project where you pick at least one or two things that you just love. Maybe if it is cutting across or coming across as something that is happening in your life in that moment. So it is going to be able to guide you and help you. So, and at the end of it, a lot of people would not like all the songs. A lot of people would like all the songs. A lot of people would just pick one or two. But the one that you pick, just listen to it as much as possible and stream it aggressively. That is what I mean. Stream aggressively. So I think from the artwork, if you look at the artwork, you'd see that I'm on blonde. And once you see me on blonde, if you see me for a long time, I'm on dreads, I'm on braids or low cut, and you did not see me put my hair, like, turn it to white. The moment you see me turn my hair to white, a new project is coming. So that is the announcer, and shout out to Grant Elvis. He actually shot the picture. So, and we just did one or two, and Jumoke actually created the artwork. Shout out to Jumoke as well.
This video is proudly sponsored by Afrishopa. Fresh and affordable African groceries delivered right to your doorstep. Taste home again wherever you are. Shop now at Afrishopa.com.
So I'm an African, I'm proudly African, and I love what Afrishopa is doing, especially with the fact that it is changing and owning the narrative, and that is what I love about Afrishopa. I mean, when I got into this country, one of the things I struggled with the most was getting African food to eat. I'll tell you, the first 2 weeks I stayed in the hotel, I was buying a lot of, not for the sake of not trying other culture. Definitely I am open to doing that. But when it comes to food, I struggle a lot. And Afrishopa has been able to bridge that gap, and shout out to them. And it's just like a lot of us as well. We still stream our African music, which is we are owning our own narrative. When we go to events, we want to listen to Afrobeats and all of it. So that is what, the way I'm trying to push Afrobeats in the UK. Shout out to all the legends that have done it before us. That is what Afrishopa is doing. And the good thing is Afrishopa is at the forefront of it. I don't think I've seen any other African store like that. There are local ones, but going digitally, because a lot of time, starting that way shows intent, shows they're intentional about what they're trying to do. So they're trying to, and shout out to them about Afri Market as well. I think it is the new brand that they just launched. It is like the co-brand or the sister brand to Afrishopa. So you can buy all your African things, and as a vendor, you can also list your stores on Afri Market. Shout out to Afri Market and Afrishopa. What's next after Song of Solomon? Song of Solomon. I'll be honest, a lot of the songs that did not make the EP, some of them, because I was trying as much as possible to avoid making it too much of dance. So there are so many songs that we took off because they had this groove kind of thing to them. So we took them off. So they are going to be coming out after Songs of Solomon. It is back to back, like no space, no rest. She gets no sleep for the wicked. If this was my last project ever, hopefully it is not going to be. What I would want you to say about me is for people to live life through my eyes, which is what I think I've been able to do. For people to see what I'm seeing, because my daily activities, my experiences shaped Songs of Solomon. So, and hopefully it is going to cross 1 billion streams. I said that. Jesus' name. My message to them is thank you. I'm a very grateful person. I'm grateful for what they've done. As of the moment, the number of streams we've gotten on Vero alone as a single of the project is amazing. It's something I do not expect. When I go on my Spotify for artists and Apple Music for artists, and I see, definitely shout out to Spotify and Apple Music that my music is being listened to in Brazil, in Bahrain, in all these countries, and in Portugal. Yes, okay, I'm in Europe. A lot of these countries, over 78 countries, I'm okay, yes, it is distributed there, but there was no promotion done in that regards. And I see it is not just maybe one listener, it is having 200 people are listening to this song in these different places. I'm okay, this means a lot to me. As an upcoming and a rising artist, it is a lot of things to me. So I'm grateful to everyone, and I thank you guys for coming on this journey, and hopefully we keep on going this way.